Come on, you are going to realize what you are so good at. You're gonna realize what are you so great at, my gorgeous Taurus. And this is the path you need to take very, very seriously. This is the path you need to take. This is the path you need to follow. This path is indeed going to lead towards your own destiny, my gorgeous Taurini. Okay? So you really do need to understand that this is one of the biggest blessings ever. The moment in time you realize what are you so good at. Okay, it's not something that you didn't think about before. It's not something that you didn't notice before, but something really interesting is going to take place. Something really interesting is going to happen, and you are going to realize that this is gonna go on a whole new level, and this in your life. And this is the moment. This is about to take a center stage, baby, and this is the moment where your spirit is going to start rising, where you are going to open your eyes, and this aspect of your life is going to be highlighted like there is no tomorrow. You are very, very special indeed, my gorgeous Taurini. When you set your mind to something, oh my God, you most certainly give your all, even if you don't want to do certain things, even if you don't feel like doing certain things. It may be a little bit difficult at the beginning, but then very quickly you just get on with it, and you just find this flow so beneficial. As long as you are in the flow, you are going to find this rather beneficial when it comes to your life. So it all boils down, my gorgeous Taurini, to exactly what you are going to realize at the beginning of this week that you are so good at, you are so great at, and this in itself, it's like you are gonna become kind of intuitively aware of lots of other things connected to it. This is when you're gonna open your mind and you're gonna start seeing things in your life from a completely different perspective. So when you realize that you are so good at, and when you realize what exactly you're so good at, my gorgeous Taurini, I really strongly suggest you to take this very, very seriously, because of course I do kind of, you need to take this on the next level. But in order to do this, you're going to need to make a major commitment, like a really big commitment. And something is awfully going to be putting you off. Something is terribly going to be putting you off when it comes to making this commitment. But I need you to be strong. I need you to be stronger than that. You need to ground yourself and recenter yourself. And even if it's needed, take a little break in order to recharge your batteries, and you are going to be able to see things crystal clear, because you're going to recharge your batteries. It's going to be brilliant for your mental state of mind, for your spirituality, for clarity in our lives. This is ever so needed. But the bottom line is, yes, you're going to realize what you are so good at, what you are so brilliant at, my gorgeous Taurini, but you are going to have some kind of contemplation at the same time, because you're going to be worrying about, oh my God, I'm so good at this, I'm so great at this. You will know that this is going to be rewarding like there is no tomorrow. This will be rewarding. Yes, it's to do with the hard work. Yes, it's to do with like you committing yourself to something major, but it is going to be more rewarding than anything you have ever done. I'm sorry it is going to be in a very short period of time. So I can see you contemplating, my gorgeous Taurini, but you really need to trust your inner voice. You need to trust your inner voice, because it's all going to be guiding you. There is no doubt about it. It's all going to be guiding you towards you taking this really, really seriously. And you just need to give as much as energy to this aspect of your life as much as you possibly can. This will be a smart decision. This will be be a wise decision for you to take this on the next level, for you to commit yourself to whatever you're so scared of committing at this stage of your life. It's never too early and it's never too late, literally, especially when things happen in this particular way, in this particular order. And I'm talking about an unfoldment of all this. Oh my God, the way all this happened and the way you have found yourself at this destination of your life, it's really going to feel more magical rather than anything else. And I do know that somebody, oh my God, somebody very close to you is going to be like, no baby, no. Somebody very close to you is not going to like this. Somebody very close to you, somebody who you normally love, somebody really genuine, somebody really lovely, is just not going to be able to understand where are you actually coming from, and that particular person is not going to like it, you know. And but it's this is somebody nice, this is somebody lovely, this is somebody genuine. Do you know what I mean? And it's somebody who is very kind of somebody with a good intent, and somebody's just going to be completely honest with you, and they're not going to like this. They're going to be like, where are you coming from? No, I can't understand this, and things like that. But, and you know, you should ignore this person. Please don't get me wrong. You just have to go what your intuition is going to be telling you. And there is no doubt about it in my mind that you're going to be drawn to do this. Okay? Because I can see you literally fully embracing your emotions. It is important to fully embrace your emotions. By fully embracing your emotions, by fully paying attention to your intuition, you know, you will do the right thing. Otherwise, you will be going against the flow, my gorgeous Taurini. You see, you will be going against the flow. So this is something that you need to take seriously, whether you like it or not. You know, come on, this is to do with the boundless potential. It is to do with a fresh start. It's to do with like spontaneous fresh start. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. But although it's to do with things that you were already doing, it's to do with things that you were already aware of. But you know, something is going to trigger all this. Something is going to trigger this, or all this certain news, certain information. You will see exactly what I mean. So this is to do with a fresh start. It's to do with like a boundless potential, my gorgeous Taurini. But also at the same time, yes, I can see you having a little bit of a hermit mode. Oh my God, a lot is going to be on your mind. You know, you are going to have this hermit mode. You will be thinking about lots of things. A lot is going to be on your mind. One day you're going to be all around the place when it comes to your mind, when it comes to your spirit. And then when you have this hermit mode, things are going to become even more interesting, because there is some kind of a new idea that you're going to have when it comes to all this. You're going to have an additional kind of new idea, which is going to be absolutely brilliant when it comes to, you know, what you're going to become very curious about something, like very curious about learning something, trying something, exploring something, and all that is going to be leading towards an additional brilliant new idea which you're going to have, which is going to be connected to this. And this is something which is going to really kind of rejuvenate you, re-energize you, and in its very unique way confirm things to you as well. Because just remember, this is going to happen while you are within this hermit mode, you know. And when we go so deep, there are certain things that come to the surface that at that moment in time, because we find ourselves in the middle of all this deepness, at that moment in time we understand from a completely different level. And this is exactly what's needed at this stage of your life, for you, my gorgeous Taurini, to see this in the right light, from this specific angle. That can only happen once we find ourselves within this deep hermit mode, indeed. When it comes to the midweek, you know, somebody, you know, a very beautiful person in your life, somebody very gorgeous, somebody really nice, somebody who is very kind of like a really kind to lots of other people, you know, it's gonna feel really down and it's gonna feel really negative, because something is gonna happen in that person's life, and I need you to be their rock. Somebody is being persistently not really nice to this person. Somebody is being persistently a little bit rude to this person, and this will come to your attention because this person is so gorgeous, this person is so nice, but somebody's been persistently rude to this person in that person's life, and this is where you're gonna find out. And I really need you to kind of be so honest with this person. I need you to be brutally honest with this person, and you need to say exactly what's on your mind and what do you think about that other person who's causing these problems in this person's life. This is somebody that loves you and somebody that normally supports you, and this person is going to need a little bit of support from you as well at this stage of your life, and even if you of their life, and even if you don't want to be honest with that person, you will not want to hurt this person because it's somebody so adorable. Well, I'm sorry, but sometimes we need to be brutally honest, and there is no other way of dealing with certain things, you know. And you have to be honest, and that's your spiritual job, that's your spiritual duty. That person would do this for you, so you need to do that for this person as well. And I'm so glad that you are gonna decide to say what's exactly on your mind when it comes to that other person who is causing problem. This person is not a problem, but somebody else in that person's life is a problem. By you being honest, not only you're gonna resolve this situation, but you're also gonna resolve a big problem that other person is having, who is causing problems to this person. You're gonna solve two major problems, you know, and this is gonna get back to you so beautifully, and you're gonna feel so happy you're gonna feel so pleased with yourself that you decided to do this, because things are gonna resolve in a beautiful way, much quicker, much sooner than you could have possibly imagined. And also, my gorgeous Torini, at around the midweek there is going to be like some kind of a social gathering or some kind of a social experience you are going to have, and there is going to be like a really interesting group of people around you, and you will be enjoying yourself like you haven't enjoyed yourself in a while. And I think it's really a lot to do with the specific people that you're going to be surrounded by, and there is some kind of conversation, very interesting conversation going to be going, and you're going to find out something really important. You know, you're going to find out something really specific, you know, and this to you, it's going to be so personal. It's to do with something that you're going to find out at that moment in time, but it's so personal to you, something that you're going to hear, but it's so personal to you that you will not even mention this. And although you're going to be surrounded by gorgeous people and nice, genuine people, but you're still going to keep this particular thing to yourself. It's almost to do with like some kind of a secret, something so personal, big mama. No, it's like a little secret, something so personal to you, and you're gonna be, my God, so highly intuitive, and you're gonna see this as a sign, as a big sign to your big question. It's going to be answered without you even asking, you know, but also it's really a lot to do with you knowing but through this information which plan do you need to stick to. Okay, which plan do you need to stick to? There is going to be like a really big answer that you are going to have, and not only that, you will also know exactly what do you need to do next when it comes to that particular plan as well that you need to stick to. Just remember, this is to do with something really personal, and it's to do with almost like a little secret you don't want to discuss with everybody, if you know what I mean. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, by the time you get to the last part of this week, you know, you really need to pay attention to certain dietary changes you were thinking about making not that long ago. You were thinking about making these certain dietary changes not that long ago, or you've already started with these dietary changes, you know, know, so this is something that I need you to pay attention to. It's ever so important for you at this stage of your life to make sure that you are getting the right food, that you are getting the right balance of vitamins and minerals, nutrition, and try to avoid things that are not good for you and try to focus on those things that are really good for you. Do you know what I mean? Because this stage of your life, it's actually going to be more important than you can possibly imagine. The next 3 months are going to be ridiculously busy, but you really are going to love it and you're going to be enjoying yourself. And it's all about going through certain things, learning, absorbing, exploring, trying, you know, and it's like about you being mentally and spiritually alert as much as you can be within the next 3 months. It is ever so important. The next 3 months are going to be absolutely crucial. There is so much going to be happening in your life, and this is why your diet, nutrition, vitamins and minerals are ever so important. But I'm just not just telling you this to tell you for the sake of it. It's something that you were thinking about starting or something that you started already, my gorgeous Torini, and this is why this is going to be so important indeed. And also you will be doing something at around the end of this week. You will be enjoying yourself. You're going to be so creative. My God, it really depends what this is. Maybe you like cleaning, do you know what I mean? And you will be cleaning your home. Do you know, maybe you like cleaning, okay? Maybe you like painting, so you will be painting a picture, for example, something that comes naturally to you or something that makes you feel so good while you're doing it. Do you understand what I mean? So you will be really enjoying yourself while you're doing something at around the end of this week, and you will be fully into it. So let's say you love cleaning your home. Lots of people love cleaning their home. Do you know what I mean? So let's say you're cleaning your home and there is some kind of like, oh my God, such an intuitive message going to come to you. Such an intuitive message is going to come to you. And you will like kind of, you will suddenly be reminded of something that you have been doing, something that you have been working on like about good few years ago. Something legal, something important, something official you were doing good few years ago, maybe even maybe even 5 or 6 years ago, my gorgeous Torini, but a while back, something legal, something official, something important you were doing. It was to do with some kind of a process that took a while, and then at the end of that process, things did, thank God, work in your favor, and you were so happy. But there is something that you were aware of, something additional that you need to do. It was just so tiny in comparison to this big win. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is how you felt. It was so tiny. And then you were saying to yourself, I'm going to do that later, I'm going to do that later, because it seemed so tiny compared to this big thing that worked in your favor. You know, as the time went by, you completely forgot about it. So there is something additional that you're going to need to do connected to that. And it's so important. Now it's a crucial stage of your life to actually do something about it. Even if it was 5 or 6 years ago, it doesn't matter. Now it's a crucial stage for you to do something about it. It's important, and you will know why once you kind of remember what this is. You will know it's important, and this is why you are going to have this psychic and this intuitive message. There is a reason why you're going to have this message. You see what I mean? So now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Torini. Let's just see. Oh my God, there you go. Do you know what? Like a really big problem, it's slowly but surely going to start coming to an end. And I know that this is going to make you feel so good. Okay? Like some kind of a really big problem is slowly but surely going to start coming to an end. And this is going to pleasantly surprise you, because it's to do with something that was like dry dragging and dragging and dragging, and it was draining your energy, and it was preventing you to do from what you wanted to do so badly. And this is why you're going to become even more open-minded when it comes to, you know, like all these things that I've mentioned so far. This week it's ever so important when it comes to your destiny, and please do pay attention, because you're going to be guided every single time when our destiny, our baby destiny is involved, my gorgeous Torini. Every single time we have this card, for example, that means, in my opinion, in my mind, in my world, you know, that there are going to be several indications, several signs, you know, you are going to have, and things like that, that are going to be reminding you of, you know, that there is more to life. And I don't want this to sound really weird, but, you know, each of these situations and each of these reminders, you know, are going to have so much more to unpack as long as you take them seriously. Indeed. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.